All right, so let me find, we'll start here. So we have the benefits and the adabs of travel. And
فوائد وآداب سفر وبعض أمور معاش.
Yeah.
so like I guess livelihood, something like that. All right. Who wants to take a stab at the
قاعده
yeah, dar. Is that yafte?
قاعده دریافت قصیبه و بهره از شهر و ده. But I'm not sure about قصیبه. No, that's not قصیبه.
Yeah. So I think that's the first part. Nasib. Oh. So there's a
قاعده
bit.
دریافت نصیب و بهره از شهر و ده.
Okay. That seems right.
Arabic.
Oh, yeah, I will let you
إذا
read this
أردت
since it's actually in Arabic.
yeah. إذا أردت أن تسكن في بلدة أو قرية.
All right. So
You want to live in
yeah, so if you want to live in a town or a village.
Yes. فاحسب اسمك واسم أمك وأسقط. Count your name and your mother name and drop.
Yeah. Or like
Arabic.
I guess like calculate. I'm thinking like the abjad value of your name and your mom's.
Yeah, usually.
Yeah. I don't know what the askat what that means.
وأسقط
It's usually
أربعة.
Okay, here we go.
أسقط أربعة فإن بقى واحد فإن فيها.
So 4.
إن فيها.
so usually when you're using abjad for your name, you segment it in four letters, and then count those and make some calculations.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So you're, I guess we would say segmenting your name or the names into 4s.
So
Sorry.
one left.
واحد فإن فيها.
فإن تعب وإن بقى اثنين فإن فيها متوسط.
Okay.
That you will feel tired in this place or you will be sad in this place. وإن بقى ثلاثة فرزقك سهل عليك. Okay.
If 2 remains, it's bad. If 3 remains, you will have fortune in this travel.
Yeah, Raskin. Yeah, it'll be
Yes.
sustenance and it'll be easy for you.
Mhm.
So I don't fully understand the calculations being done here, but that's okay because I'm terrible with numbers.
ونفسك مطمئنة فطبه.
Yeah.
فطب.
Okay. So that's kind of the same sense.
وإن
Your soul will be at peace and have its like good, I guess.
Yeah. وإن بقى أربعة فسعادتك في تلك البلدة أو القرية. Yes.
So there you go. If anybody is thinking about moving somewhere, now you know
Take
what
your name and your mom's name.
Yeah. Just
You
have to
need
do
the
some
necessary calculations to move.
Someone should make the like an app for like Zillow or these other websites for finding houses and stuff. Calculate your chances of happiness.
But using the one name and his mother, I think it's things that we use to make dua. We asked, "What's your mother name?"
That's interesting.
قاعدة
قاعده نصیب و
نصیبه
بهره از سلطان و وزیر و کسرا
Hmm.
و کسر و ارز. Can you go to the next line? و
Yeah.
کسر.
Sorry to interrupt you, Nargis, but why did you read this as nasibe? It could be something like this. قاعده نصیبه و بهره.
Yeah.
Uh,
نصیبه و بهره.
Nasibe. Yeah. Sultan.
وزیر.
Wazir. Could it be Kabir? Kabir?
Yeah,
Kabir.
it should be wazir or kabir.
Hmm.
It's something that
Right. Yeah.
could be harmonized. Both
Yeah.
just like
That would make sense. Wazir or Kabir. Nasir. Okay. Maybe some more calculations. No, I guess Ali, if either of you would like, because now we're switching to Persian. So
yeah.
I'll let you read.
I don't know about the first duplicated word. That something
Yes.
home.
Nam Khud?
So, نام خود و دیگری به حساب ابجد.
Yeah, but
The name of a
red word.
person and the other one in abjad calculation.
Khud. Khud, just Khud al-Digar.
و دیگری.
Or is it
خود و دیگری
that?
به
Okay.
حساب ابجد.
Yeah, because he's just
Yeah.
throwing
That's
the wow on the
Yeah.
yeah.
that's a really common شکسته.
Yeah. That comes. This originally comes from the medieval style of naskh, if I could refer to the handwritten documents of the Ilkhanid eras. Okay.
Very
So the
almost
next line, if it should be
اعداد او برآورده جمع کند
اداد
و
اداد. No, there is no او. اعداد برآورده جمع کند.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
all together.
سه طرح دهد اگر یک ماند. So divide it into threes if one remains.
We'll see.
با مراد باشد it's fortunate. و اگر دو ماند بد بود. If two remains it's unfortunate. But it's different from the Arabic one. There you had to segment it into fours. Here you have to do it in threes. Why?
Yeah. This is how it works.
But this is also for Sultan and Wazir and something.
Yeah. Different question.
و اگر سه ماند منفعت باشد.
How could
It's
it
dividable.
be calculated? How could it be calculated as it is says that should be something like 6 or 9 or something like this.
No,
Just
no,
because of
I
the
think
fact that
no,
the
it's just the
Yeah.
tree above tree. You write
Yeah.
this there so you don't confuse it with anything else. It's just
Yeah.
the number tree.
The-
So you take the abjad of
it's divisible on 3, there should not be as a remaining 3 or something like this. It should be 0. So se should be a combination of two different number or something like this. It is my assumption.
but wasn't it the same on the Arabic one that 4 remained?
yeah. Let's see.
Because I've seen it in occult texts that when they divide it, they don't have a remaining of 0.
Hmm.
Oh.
This is why a chart would be useful.
Mm.
Which many of these, a lot of times when you have these kind of numbered
Yeah.
calculations, they do have
Very
charts
good point.
to like show you exactly how to do it. All right. So we have another text.
حضرة القدس
Oops, yeah. Oops, sorry.
وهي
And the order messed up. There we go. Okay.
There was a little phrase at the end of the
وهي
previous.
Oh,
من
you're right, yeah.
المجربات.
Did we miss that?
Yeah,
Didn't we?
but وهي من
وهي من المجهبات
مجربات.
Oh,
This has been experienced.
مجربات. So,
جربات
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So whoever wrote this has tried it out. And it works.
Okay, so we should
Could try it out on
do
world
this
leaders today.
and rely on any sort of result.
قيل
So-
معي جنة قيل معي جنة وقيل هي
Okay.
الشريعة.
It is said, with me is Jannah, and it is said here.
وقيل هي الشريعة قال الراغب وكلاهما صحيح.
But كلام. What's كلاهما? Is it كلامها?
Kala, he said. Yeah.
قال
Okay, كلهما.
قال could it be راهب or راغب? It's not
I
ha.
No, it looks like it should be there's just no dot. Kala al-ra'id. Huh.
Maybe راغب, the one who wants.
That's what I would have thought, but it could be. It might have just forgotten the dot.
وكلاهما صحيح. فإن الشريعة منها مستفاد. القدس أي الطهارة من كشكول.
Yep, and that's it. Doesn't make a great deal of sense to me, but all right. I'm gonna switch over to the image because I think it might be a little bit easier. Unfortunately, these pages, I mean, they were meant to be read in the book. They don't lend themselves that great to viewing on the computer. But we can try to, let's see.
Okay.
Okay, can you guys see that okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
و در حدیث معتبر از حضرت امام جعفر صادق علیه السلام منقول است. So from a correct, معتبر, valid hadith from Ja'far Sadiq alayhi salam upon him is quoted.
Yeah.
که هر که تمام شب بیدار باشد برای کسب کردن. So if anyone is awake during the whole night for gaining و بحر دیدن. Maybe I'm not sure. I think this.
Yeah. This is strange.
If Ali can also weigh in.
Okay. I think you might have stepped away for a moment. But...
Oh. برای کسب کردن that's okay, but و بهر دیدن خود را از خواب ندهد آن کسبش حرام است و اکثر علما هم در کراهت شدیده کردند. Oh, okay. So if anyone remains awake through the night for working and gaining profits, his work is haram and all of the ulama have said it's it has strange karahat,
Yeah,
a strong karahat.
yeah, it's odious.
Yeah.
That's really great. Has anyone ever heard this like tradition before?
I mean, basically every exam that I have done is haram.
Yeah. This is like the anti-hustle hadith. Don't wear yourself out. That's really interesting. Okay.
It's
I'm
a
also
very
now-
bad news for the night lovers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think Imam Zafar would not
Yeah.
approve of like the internet and like 24-hour
Yeah. And my whole life is wasted. It's wasted now. Yeah.
We're all living in sin and haram.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna flip
Yeah,
this so that we can see.
rotate that. Oops. Mm. در چند حدیث معتبر از آن حضرت منقول است که هر که خود را به عنوان نوکری به مردم اجاره بدهد روزی بر خود حرام کرده و خود را از رحمت خدای تعالی محروم گردانیده است. Okay. So in
باشد.
some گردانیده
گردانیده
باشه.
باشه.
Yeah, you're right. So in some valid hadith from the aforementioned Hazrat, it is quoted that anyone who rents himself out as a servant to other people has made his, how can I translate Ruzi?
Like daily bread. Kind
Yeah. He has made his daily bread haram, and he has made himself mahroom. Oh God.
Like
Really?
mahroom from the mercy of God, like
Yeah.
cut off or distant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
So, and this is interesting that the final punctuation mark is now connected to the dal at the end of Boshat. It's really interesting.
Yeah. He wrote it continuously. It trace goes like this.
Yeah, continuously.
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole looks like you did this number.
Yeah. And there is two other punctuation mark, ta and another 5 form or something like this.
Yeah. So this is one, it appears a lot in this manuscript.
Yeah.
And we've seen it in other South Asian contexts, but haven't found any explanation for it so far. I don't know. We're hoping that somewhere in this Safīnat compilation, maybe there's like an explanation of abbreviations, which seems entirely like possible that we will come across.
But I really would hope for some, I don't know if it's possible with any digital way to just tag all of these and have to see how they are used in many manuscripts through time and place.
Yeah. No, it would be, I mean, that's something that I'd like to do anyway.
I think
it's a big project.
Yeah.
Might have some sort of Python, like I think they have initiatives where you can do this, but that's what I've heard at least, but not entirely sure. You might know more, Jonathan.
Yeah, I've talked some with one of our computer scientist guys about some like ideas along these lines. We just haven't done anything because we've got a lot of other stuff we're doing. It's the problem.
Oh,
yeah, look at these down here. All right. Oh, the handwriting is getting smaller.
منقول است که حضرت یحیی علیه السلام میگریست و میخندید
Hmm.
و حضرت عیسی علیه السلام میخندید و میگریست. So it is quoted that Yahya cried and laughed and Isa laughed and cried. Okay. و
As
میگویند
a sort of bipolar sense. Yeah.
Oh no.
sorry. و میگویند که آنچه عیسی علیه السلام میکرد بهتر بود از آنچه یحیی علیه السلام میکرد. So and they said what Isa or Jesus did was better than what Yahya or Jonah did.
Huh.
Why? So
I've
better to
never
laugh and then cry? How does that even make sense?
laughed. I don't know. So yeah,
I don't
I've
know if it is like a weird South Asian thing, but when I was growing up, there is this context wherein like there were sayings in Malayalam at least, and I'm sure in other South Asian languages that if you laugh a lot at some point in like in your life, then it means that you will end up crying at some point. So I don't know if that's the reference.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so don't laugh too much, and then misery awaits you or something like that.
I've never heard this particular tradition.
Yeah, I've like this is just my cultural context. Like I remember growing up in Kerala, and then there would be sayings like this that don't laugh too much, then misery awaits you, and that sort of thing. I don't know if that is the
Yeah.
in
It is
context.
something particular for girls or women, or something that could cover all the humanity in that sense. What is normally called in your tradition, too much laughing is something negative just for women or just for all of them?
No, this was just a general saying. But I'm sure there were didactic texts for women which had like I'm looking at one right now which is about women of an Islamic text called Pen Buddhimale, which is for advice for women. And in that, I think there are some particular stanzas which says, "Oh, you shouldn't sleep too much. That will end up, affecting your riches of your family and your daily bread." So when we were talking about daily bread earlier, that's that's what resonated with me. So yeah, like, and I think there were these didactic texts that were produced, especially in the 18th, 19th century, like late 19th century, um, uh, especially that were for women. But in this general context of laughing and crying was a general like cultural thing.
Mhm. Yeah, like you mentioned daily bread, because
Yeah.
that's right, that's the theme that seems to unite these, right?
Yeah.
So that must be, I mean, that does seem like that's probably what it's getting at,
Yeah.
right? That there's something about your livelihood
Yeah.
that is benefited by this, like having the right sequence of laughter and crying. Which if you just took this little section and you didn't know it was with these other hadith and things, I would never have guessed that it had anything to do with livelihood.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's very
Exactly.
common. It's also
So
interesting.
take care of your laughs, Jonathan.
Do what? Yeah.
Always cried
Yeah,
after
yeah.
that.
Well, yeah.
Okay. Should not be ended up in crying.
It's interesting too. These appear to be different hands, or at least they're written at different times. I mean, I'm not an expert in learning hands, but these look like three different people's handwriting. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Have that same style as writing the end of the lam like B, the English B.
Mhm.
I think the first one and the second one are the same hand, but only because his hand was didn't have a support on it when he was writing like this. It just went a little bit wider. The third one has too many ligatures.
Yeah.
Compared to other one. Like if you, for the first one and the second one, if you look at hadith and mu'tabar, which are common words, they have the same curvature.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And I think the second one is same style of writing of the most of the Safīnat.
Oh, the which letter?
The second, no, the second part, the
over here.
This one.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
The same handwriting of the most of the Safīnat.
It does, yeah. It has that kind of heavy, like a heaviness to it.
I think so the pen is more or less different in second one. If you could zoom in, the dots is more or less thicker and bolder in compared to other ones, especially in the word baḥr. Is really clear. 3 dots just behind, just baḥr at the end of the second one. If you look, if you could pan a little bit to the left, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think so. The pen is maybe it could be have a different thickness at the but the other ones is more or less the same. But I think it could be, from the point of view of stylistic, it could be the handwritten of a person, but maybe in different times. Maybe in different times.
Could be another possibility. I mean, here the script is different because it's Arabic.
Oh.
Yeah.
Presumably, I mean, I think this is the same. It's the same scribe, the same hand, and it is probably the compiler of the Safīnat. But I mean, this I think could be a different hand, because we know, for those of y'all who haven't seen as many examples from this manuscript, the compiler collected text from a lot of different people. Some of it he copied himself. A lot of the material he purchased or he commissioned, and then he would cut out and paste into the manuscript. But there are also clearly cases where he had other people just, add to existing pages. I mean, even here, I don't know if you guys can see. So there's a slight, you can see the border between these two pieces of, or 3 pieces of paper rather, that made up this entire page.
Yeah.
So here's one here. You can see it running across here.
And the rest of the Safīnat's paper, they are 2 papers stick together to each other. But this one with the same color of the paper.
More or less,
as previous.
It's not as stark. I mean, it's a little bit, so you can see there's a little bit of a different color across these, but
yeah, the center one has a reddish hue.
Yeah. But here it looks like the page was put together with the paper, and then the text was added. Possibly the entirety of the text. Actually, I think that's probably true. Because if you go, it's going to take a moment. So he didn't finish the Safīnat. There are pages that are blank, but you can also see there are pages like this where he drew out the design, but then died before he could finish filling it in. Which is kind of sad when you think about it. Like,
the borders are interesting here.
Yeah, there's not a ton of decoration like this, but there is some. And then you can also see places where he probably intended to add additional decorations and then just was never able to finish it. All right, let's see. So we'll go ahead and let's do the other marginal text, and then we can look at the flower.
Okay. هرگاه کسی متوجه سفر شود شخصی به گوش سفری این کلمات را بخواند. So if anyone intends to go on travel, another person should recite in his ear these words, which are Arabic. إن الذي
إن الذي فرض عليك القرآن لرادك إلى معاد. معاد إليه بمنزل.
البته
About
به منزل خویش کامیاب معاودت نماید. So he will
معاد
return to his home.
في سورة قرآن.
So it's oh yeah. And then we have to flip the page around. We have another text, the hadith.
در حدیث وارد است که هر کس در هر منزل و سفری که روانه شود اگر تواند 70 مرتبه و اگر نتواند 3 مرتبه بگوید که. So in hadith it is said that anyone who wants to go to a manzil, so a specific amount of distance, or to a travel
stage.
Yeah, if they
or
can.
Even milestone.
Yeah, milestone. That's a good
milestone.
translation.
Yeah.
If they can, recite it 70 times. If they can't, do it only 3 times. Just for the lazy people.
Yeah, I always love those where it's like, ideally you're going to do it like 100 times. If you can't, do it 3 and it's just as good. What I do it 100?
لا والله
Say, the little 3.
لا إله إلا الله ووحده وحده حق سبحانه وتعالى.
Yeah, حق سبحانه وتعالى.
می‌فرماید در
که در
What?
که در ماه من 10 باشد.
What? در ماه من.
This is kind of cut off. And what is this word?
که در I think it's something something as a reference to the number of ritual practices that is more or less different in special months. So for example, the number of recites that should be read by Hufaz in Ramadan according to some special tribes. What should be the name of that? Tariqah. It's something according to special part of sects. Yes, sects. It should be multiple in some special cases. Maybe in Ramadan or in Shaban or in special or even Rajab. Yeah, maybe. But the text is it's not cut off. So the jadwal, the line, is covered. Some part of ke.
I think so.
Yeah.
Which also tells us a bit about the composition of this book. There was some additional editing after the page was written, and then to be included into the volume.
But when it says Haq Ta'ala,
I think the first one is the one in the side.
Yeah.
That should be a verse, a Quranic verse.
Then the second one is وإذا حضرت. Yes, this one that you are.
Mhm.
This is the second one, and then he's twisting like
Right.
reversing the clock.
Mhm. واحد واحد
سبحانه
Yeah. سبحان
و حق سبحانه و تعالی میفرماید
Okay.
که در ماه من ده. But where and when did حق سبحانه و تعالی say this?
Yeah. I don't know. It's not super clear. All right. So we've done the outside, the margins, and then kind of the inside margins. And so now we have the leaves and flower.
Oh, they are numbered.
They are, yeah. So let's see. We've got number 1 down here. And he goes 2. And he does this in most of the flowers. So you go 1, you go to the end, and then you'll have another number here. And then it tells you go over and you just follow it around.
It's like connect the dots.
Yeah. So it's interesting, if for some of these texts,
It could be
he guides your navigation, and in others he doesn't. Although I think this has numbers too. Yeah, so there's a number, just the 1, because it's just the 2. Here you just follow I guess the expected order. Well, sort of. You go down and then up and then back down and then over. All right, so we'll start. Let's see. Let me try and turn the page. Okay, that's not too bad.
Oh.
Okay.
The first one and the other one
So this is this is number 1.
by the border.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
I don't think it has a number.
By the end of it.
Yeah, let's see. I think it's just its own little text because it has
No, that number.
yeah. I
Is
guess
it the finale?
I don't know. I don't know which one we're supposed to read first, or if it even matters. So we'll start here. از حضرتی not.
از حضرت ناطق به حق امام جعفر صادق علیه السلام. از حضرت ناطق or ناطق به حق or ناطق به حق, I don't know. امام جعفر صادق علیه السلام منقول است که سفر کنید تا بدیه‌های شما صحیح شود و جهاد کنید تا تا غنیمت دنیا و آخرت را بیابید و حج کنید تا مالدار و بی‌نیاز شوید. So I don't know about this Hazrat Natiq. I know Natiq is a adjective for the 12th Imam, but I don't know if there are hadiths from him.
I mean, is it just like it's just like a descriptor of Imam Jafar, the one who speaks truth, I suppose?
I don't know. I mean, it's one of the laqabs for Mahdi. It's used in what's it called? Ziyarat Ashura. But I don't know. From someone, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just searching in Hadith collections that I have. There is a lot of references to Hazrat Natiq wa Haq Sadiq. I think it's something just like a Saj.
Yeah.
For a title for this kind of imam, but I think it could be a reference to the importance of Sadiq in Shia such theological frame or something like this. That is just my assumption, but there is a lot of reference to that. More than 700.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, it makes sense.
Yeah.
So then from the speaker of truth, Imam Ja'far Sadiq, it is quoted that travel so that your bad deeds are corrected, and do jihad so that you gather goods of this world and the other world, and do hajj, so do pilgrimage, so you can again gather mal or money and become without needs. Biniyaz Sharif.
Yes, sure. Just don't do it so much that you can't sleep at night.
Yeah.
That's the key. You gotta have the
You
happy
should
medium.
travel just during daylight.
Exactly. Yeah. And make sure you stop with plenty of time to get some rest.
Absolutely. Yeah.
As Hazrati Sadiq alayhi salam manqul است
و هم از حضرت صادق علیه السلام منقول است که در حکمت and then where does
Maybe
tree start?
در حکمت.
Sorry.
Oh no.
No, yeah, because it's out of because of
در
the
حکمت
No,
آل
it's-
داوود
Yeah, آل داوود.
نوشته است که نباید کسی سفر کند مگر از برای 3 چیز: سفری که توشه آخرت در آن حاصل شود. Okay, so from Hazrat Sadiq, again, it is quoted in Hikmat al-Dawud. I think that's a book
yeah.
of hadith, maybe, that you shouldn't travel except for 3 purposes. One is travel that you can gather توشه آخرت, good deeds for your afterlife, or and then it goes to the
I'm gonna flip it around.
Yeah.
Here we go. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Safari.
یا سفری که باعث مرتبت یا سفری که باعث مرتبت معاش گردد، یا سفری که از برای سیر و لذتی باشد که حرام نباشد. So, or the 2 other exceptions are that it's travel for مرتبت معاش, better your livelihood.
Yeah, something like that. Purposes of livelihood.
Yeah. Or a travel for a lezzat that isn't haram.
Yeah. Interesting. I mean, it's pretty like expansive permissions. It's like as long as you're not going out for.
Well, I think the word marhamat is
Oh, Ali, you're breaking up.
Oh.
Did you hear me?
No,
I think
you broke up.
که
No,
باعث مرمت معاش گردد.
مرمت معاش.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
There is a reference in Nahj al-Balagha in some translation of Nahj al-Balagha for that. مرمت معاش.
That would make maybe a little bit more sense.
And it's مرمت. Yeah, because there is no doubt in that.
Yeah.
نیست که انسان عاقل
I don't know.
Yeah.
And now we have the little punctuation mark right here to mark the end of the
Hadith.
hadith. Yeah. Then were there two? Although we did not have one. Let's see. Is there one here?
No, there was
No.
not one.
It's just the bashad. And then, well, although we do have the rubrication, so that there is some indication we're starting another little hadith. So then we have the marker.
Then
Digar.
دور. This should be dar. I don't know why it's دور.
It is vadar. Vadar
Yeah.
حدیث دیگر
Oh,
فرموده.
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It does look like a wow though. They're barely distinguishable.
Yeah.
Hadith
Yeah. و در حدیث دیگر فرموده که سفر قطعی است از عذاب.
Big test.
Truly paradoxical.
So travel is a part of torture. چون کار شما در سفر ساخته شود زود با بی. So when you're finished with what you were doing in your travel, زود با something خود برگردید.
به اهل خود.
Oh,
It
yeah.
means
Your family.
You should go back to your family. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Huh. Yeah. So don't when you travel,
desert your family.
Don't be tempted to go and stay in whatever place it was. Even if you did calculations for the place or village and they came out good, you should go back to your family. We should send this page to Timur, just in case he's tempted to stay in Pakistan. در
حدیث صحیح منقول است که and then six. که محمد ابن مسلم از آن حضرت پرسیدند که بر زمینی که در آنجا به غیر از
برف و یخ چیزی نیست.
برف و یخ چیزی نیست. فرمودند که چون مضطر است تیمم کنند و دیگر همچنین زمینی
به همچنین زمینی
نروند در آنجا هلاک گردند که در آنجا هلاک گردند. So in another hadith it is said that so practically he asks about Antarctica or something. So Muhammad ibn Muslim asked from the Hazrat that in a place, in a land that there's nothing except ice and snow, what should we do? And the Hazrat said, if you're in need and it's musta, you had to do tayammum, and you shouldn't go there. You'll die.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with the comedy of Marmulak, the film. Yes,
Yeah.
there's exact verse, there's exact kind of hadith which is suggest to the person in one scene to a very, very young person who ask a lot of questions about
What's the film again?
The rituals of Muslims when they go to North Pole, and the cleric did say something exactly like this.
Wow.
If there is no agent, don't go there.
Yeah.
So-
This is also really funny.
It's
This is
called
being written by people in
Marmulak.
South Asia,
Hmm.
like or the south of India.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I remember. I remember that now. It's a really funny
You've seen
movie.
the film?
Yeah, it's really funny. All right.
I'll definitely watch this. Sounds
Yeah.
so like a hoot.
All right, let's see. Okay, so we finished this part of the flower. And presumably we go over here. Let's see.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, there you go. Sorry, we're fostering a kitty cat. We moved him in yesterday, and he's like kind of figuring out the place. But we have to keep him down here in the basement because our two cats are upstairs, and we don't want them to meet. So
Why they'll fight?
yes,
Okay.
yeah. This cat, he's been an only cat for years. And one of our cats, she does not get along well with other cats. So we're kind of keeping them apart. But yeah.
But
He's a
he
good
can
cat.
smell their scent.
I think so. I think they've both figured out that there are like other cats in the house now. So I don't know. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. If anybody, I don't think any of y'all are in America. If anybody needs a cat and you're coming to America,
Needs a cat.
yeah, he's a really good boy.
Not just wants a cat, but needs a cat.
Yeah, I mean, everybody needs a cat. I don't see why if you don't have one, you should. There's probably a hadith about that.
From Abu Huraira.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
We'll finish this leaf
Yeah.
and then the margin, and I think that should get us actually to 12:30. So
از حضرت امام حسن عسکری علیه السلام منقول است که هر که راضی شود به نشستن در جایی که مناسب شرف او بالاتر از آن باشد، پیوسته خدا تعالی و ملائک بر او صلوات میفرستند تا برخیزد. So from Imam Hassan Askari, it is quoted that anyone content with sitting in a place that is lower, is lower actually to what he deserves, God and the angels will say prayers upon him until he gets up again.
interesting. So I guess now we're unlike the etiquette
This
of
has nothing to do with travels, but okay.
well, yeah. It's interesting. I mean, although I guess the sitting here is meant very literally. Like if you're sitting down in a
Yeah.
place of not honor, but yeah, that doesn't match your rank, like a majlis or something like that. I guess is the connection.
و در روایت دیگر منقول است که شخصی از سفر به خدمت حضرت صادق and the little four thing is علیه السلام. Oh yeah.
I have to turn it. Let's see.
Oh yeah.
Here we go.
علیه السلام آمد. حضرت پرسیدند که در راه سفر مصاحب تو که بود. So someone, it is in another hadith, it is told that someone came from a travel to meet Imam Sadiq, and then Imam Sadiq asked who was the person you traveled with, who was your companion in this travel.
Sahib.
آن مرد گفت یا حضرت تنها بودم. So the guy said I traveled alone.
All right.
حضرت فرمودند
Let's see.
که اگر پیشتر تو را می دیدم نیکو تأدیب می کردم و آداب سفر به تو می گفتم که چگونه سفر باید کرد. So the Hazrat said, if I had seen you before, I would have punished you really good. And I would have taught you the ways of traveling. How to travel.
Okay. Oh, there you go.
که چگونه سفر باید کرد. Then پس فرمودند که یک کس شیطان است و دو کس شیطانند و سه نفر مصاحبانند و چهار نفر رفیقانند. And he said one person is the shaitan and two people are shaitans and three people are companions and four people are friends.
Interesting.
So even traveling in two wasn't allowed?
Yeah. Wow.
I haven't heard that.
Yeah. Has anyone come across? I mean, it reminds me, the famous hadith or saying, or not hadith, but whoever doesn't have a sheikh, his sheikh is shaitan.
Yeah.
But here it's not even enough to have like one guy traveling with you.
But there's also the famous one that if a man and a woman are in a room, the third person is shaitan.
Yeah.
This hasn't any gender, I don't know.
No. Interesting. Yeah, I mean,
but I think I could remember some verses, some literary verses in Persian about loneliness as تنها بلا خیزد, which means when you're alone, so trouble is behind the door, something like this.
I mean, here there's also just like a practical aspect. Because this is a world where traveling by yourself is like a really bad idea.
Yeah.
It's pretty dangerous. But I don't know that that's the sense here. This seems to be more of there's like a spiritual sense to it. There's like traveling should be like a collective or a communal endeavor almost. Like you should like kind of make up a small community when you go somewhere, which is interesting.
So در تفسیری از جناب حضرت رسالت پناه صلی الله علیه و آله و سلم روایت کرده اند. So this one is a hadith from a tafsir from the Prophet که هر که در روز آدینه 70 نوبت بگوید. So anyone who says on a Friday 70 times اللهم اغتني
اللهم أغنني بحلالك عن حرامك وبفضلك عن من سواك.
Okay, yeah. دو جمعه نگذرد که غنی گردد. It won't be 2 Fridays before he becomes rich. I have to try that.
I mean, yeah, basically you got like everything you need on this page.
Yeah.
To ensure a happy life.
We should do all.
Yeah.
Especially. Especially in the middle of the month.
Yeah.
و از حضرت امام موسی علیه السلام منقول است که پرهیز کنید از موضع شک و تهمت. So from Imam Musa it is quoted that beware from something that a situation that arises doubt or I don't know تهمت.
Yeah.
باید که کسی با مادر خود در میان راه نایستد زیرا که همه کس نمیدانند که او مادر اوست. Oh my God. So no one should stand with their mother in the middle of the road because not everyone will know that's your mother. I mean, who knows?
Yeah, so that's what the shock here is, like doubt about what you're up to.
Does it need to be narrated in hadith? Is there any urgent
Like, don't go
matter
anywhere
for
with
that?
your mom.
Yeah. Interesting. So yeah, just don't stand in the middle of the road. If you're with your mom, just keep walking on the road.
But why your mother? I mean, even that will also make sense with your wife. No, not everyone knows you're married.
Yeah.
Only your mother is not allowed. Okay.
Interesting. Huh. Wow.
Maybe the case of mother is more sensitive than the wife.
Yeah.
Or yeah.
Maybe so. All right. So I think this is the last piece of text on here.
Yeah.
در
روایت معتبر از جناب رسالت حضرت
I think it should be حضرت رسالت پناهی.
Yeah, the رسالت is just above it. جناب حضرت رسالت پناهی صلی الله علیه و آله و سلم منقول است که بر شما باد به راه رفتن در شب که زمین پیچیده می شود؟ پیچیده
It should be پیچیده می شود.
Yeah, but it has dots under it. پیچیده می شود.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
The dots belongs to shab and the other one, the two.
No, under the me. There are two dots under the me. It usually doesn't put dots under the, but in the whole page it didn't put dots under the end. Yeah. So that's why. پیچیده. But yeah, پیچیده می شود does.
But the word بر شما should be something else, just because that does not make sense.
بر شما باد. So you should.
Yeah,
but the way is going to be complicated according to this text, so it should not be practiced.
Yeah.
But the other hadith was talking about working, not traveling. Maybe working and traveling.
Yeah.
Like that was for a job. But what does it mean by زمین پیچیده می شود? Like, what happens to the earth or land?
So I think it should be complicated. So finding the right way and during the night should be more or less troubleful. Just I think so the wood should not be بر شما منقول است که could be a little bit closer. Could have a very could you zoom in, Jonathan?
Right here. How's that? Okay. Sure. I mean, that's what it. You just left the dot off. I don't know. Oh.
Are you talking about that last pechida? Pechida in Urdu and Hindi it means complicated.
Yeah, it's the same in Persian.
I love the last word here. Just all goes together. Oh wow.
Oh, okay. Here it has some connection to it.
Yeah.
و از حضرت امام به حق ناطق جعفر صادق علیه السلام علیه السلام مردی نو مرویست مرویست it's told که زمین در آخر شب پیچیده می شود. Okay. The earth at the end of the night becomes پیچیده. Whatever that means. فرمودند که چون حضرت امیرالمؤمنین علی ابن ابی طالب علیه السلام سفر می کردند در آخر شب حرکت می کردند. Okay. So whenever Ali wanted to travel, he did it at the end of the night. Because the earth becomes complicated at the time. I have no idea what that means.
Yeah. Look. This is worth looking up. I don't think complicated.
It's interesting that in other edition of this text, it is also Barshumabad.
Oh, you found it somewhere else?
No.
Yeah. Exact verses could be found in Hilyatul Muttaqin and some another one in Adab راه رفتن و نشستن by علامه مجلسی. Maybe the same text could be noted.
Okay. And does Allama Majlisi explain what it means by پیچیده شدن?
I didn't know. I didn't know whether it's
like, what is that? So strange. Hey, Cap. Like, why would you want it to be? I don't know. Hey. Hey, buddy. Go ahead. Come on. All right. Want to.
If you look at it,
yeah.
Oh, it says مراد زودتر طی شدن مسیر است. So it's the ground becomes twisted on itself, so you can travel faster.
Oh. So it's like
Which doesn't make it.
It's weird. It's like the like Tailard, where the like saints can fold the earth. It's something like that. Like this idea of like the ground compresses. Wow.
No.
Huh. Huh. Wow. This is kind of wild. What's the ادب السفر.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
it's all of them. All of the other ones in the flower petals are all here.
Wow.
Yeah.
What is this text, Ali?
So that is حلیة المتقین. So
Yeah.
that is حلیة المتقین, and
Very
it
famous.
is very well known, very famous.
Yeah,
Very
there's
famous.
a billion
So
copies.
it could be. So it could be a compilation of this a lot of text and verses, but the order of hadith in this work is more or less comparable with the text that you are working on.
Yeah.
That it could not be simply the same text, maybe just as a sort of compilation from this work and this work and this work, another work, just together, just because of the fact that Safīnat is normally a collection of texts and so on. If there is, in that sense, that could be more or less like this. But one hadith is not mentioned here, and that is maybe at the next page, maybe. Which is در احادیث معتبر از حضرت رسول منقول هست چون از پیاده رفتن مانده شوید استعانت جویید به تندراه رفتن که با ماندگی را برطرف میکنه. So
Yeah, other ones are also not in the
Yeah.
Safīnat, like not all of them are there, but
yeah, maybe some particular part of the text is transmitted here. Maybe.
Yeah, this is a different type of adab.
And there is no quote about that.
What was that?
There is no quote about that hadith about mother that you read.
Yeah.
In Hilyatul Muttaqin.
You
It's
found that
something
somewhere
very
else.
inventional.
Yeah. So this is the page that we were just looking at. And there are 2 pages before it, but they're unfinished. But there does seem to be a theme in this little section. It's like different kinds of adab. So we have another page of adab, and then the next page with the shapes. This is the one on
آب خوردن and
کیفیت آب خوردن.
Here we go.
sneezing and yawning and burping.
And drinking water. So
عروق.
yeah. So the theme is
عروق could have adab.
types of adab
Does that matter?
of everyday life. And then after that, these sections were never finished. So, but presumably would have been similar things. Oh, and we do have some charts. There aren't a lot of charts and figures in this volume. There are some. The circle of the Rajal al-Ghaib.
Oh, this is very interesting.
Yeah.
Rajal al-Ghaib.
Yep. Oops. That's something to do. I don't know how you do this, but
Is it okay to be red, or it's a black magic or
yeah,
something?
it's white magic, I think.
Oh, it says, I mean, at any moment in time, there are like some given number of pure men in the world, and they're scattered in certain places, and this is how you find them.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And we've got lots of
Interesting.
yeah.
دریافت احوال رجال الخیر در علم تواریخ تمام ماه از جهات 8گانه در هر تاریخ کدام طرف می باشند.
در هر تاریخ کدام طرف می رفتند. Yeah. Well, this is something we could look at another day. And I don't even know. Let's see, what's the next page? Oh, this was not. So this was
I
probably
think
gonna
it's. Oh, oh, look at that.
got some calculations. Did
Mhm.
I wonder? Huh. Hello.
I mean, this looks like a seal
Yeah.
or a dua or something. Or an invocation.
This almost looks like this was added. Like maybe by
Maybe it is added. It's just like amulets.
because it doesn't look nearly
بود
as
است از شیخ
laid out.
بهاءالدین محمد که هر که ماه نو
ماه
نظر
نو
کند بر این نقش همیشه به عیش و
و
شادی
شادی
آن ماه را بگذراند و هرگز غم و الم نبیند. بسیار مجرب
نبیند.
است و آزموده و این
بسیار
عمل از
مجرد.
بزرگان است. So it is quoted that from Sheikh Bahauddin Muhammad, anyone who the initial stage of a month, have a look on the it
New
is
moon.
happy life always in that month, and it does not receive any sort of غم و alam, unhappiness or something like this. And
Sadness
it is
or
practiced
pain.
and well practiced. So and it is a lesson from nobles.
Yeah, or the great or the elders.
But it doesn't say what you should do with the drawing. Do you have to have it in your hand? Do you have to draw it on the ground and stand in the middle? What should you do with it?
Just to look at it, right?
Look at this and then look at the
Just to
moon?
look at
I
it.
don't know.
Yeah, Nazar Konat.
And which shape should be seen? This one or the other one in the other direction?
Yeah.
I think the other one is for the other text.
Mhm.
The word, the other
That's
one,
also.
رزقنا الله وإياكم. So maybe it's a spell, maybe, or things to get money.
Something
No,
like
no, the other triangle.
this one over here.
This one.
Yes, the رزقنا الله وإياكم, the first row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it
که
says
این نقش را
هر
هر روز بیند روزی او فراخ
روزی
گردد
او
و محتاج کسی نشود.
نشد.
Unfortunately, I can't rotate this view, but
Anyone who looks at this. Yeah.
Yeah, Nargis. Yeah, I follow you.
Oh yeah. Anyone who looks at this drawing every day, he will have much more ruzi and will never need anyone else.
We can
And
add it to
print
the
it
last
and
dua.
yeah.
print it and put it on your wall.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it helps.
Tomorrow is a new moon because it's Asian New Year. So actually, I guess for some of you, well, no, it's not midnight anywhere for anybody, is it? I hope not.
Not
Yeah,
yet.
nearing midnight, an hour to go.
So you just got a few hours, and then you can look at this, and you'll have a good month. Oh shoot, yeah, it is getting late. All right, well, it's 12:30, so I'm gonna stop share, but let me just turn off the where is it? Here we go.
Okay, I need to